Welcome to the Sylvia Show. This is a live pop-up. And as you can see, I'm not in my normal place, but we're doing a live pop-up today for my niece, actually, Crystal. And so I'm going to be bringing her on. I wanted to bring her on and share about something that she's done that is pretty amazing. And yeah, y'all, I need to fix my lipstick, all that stuff. Let's see here. My lips don't look that great because anyway, but y'all don't even care. Let me just do this. Okay. Let's see. So, but welcome to the Sylvia Show. This is a live pop-up. We usually do them on Friday, but as you know, today is Resurrection Sunday. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, all that stuff. So I'm going to bring my niece on, Crystal Jones. And the reason that we're bringing her on today, because she just wrote a book. And so I feel like I needed to give her some exposure. And so, and this is Women's History Month. This is the last day. And she popped in my heart. So here she is, Crystal. And I don't know if I got my audio right, but I think that we're doing, hold on a minute. Let me just do one more thing, Crystal, before I bring you on. Make sure my audio, okay, it's working. And I guess I'll just use the camera off the computer. But here is my niece, Crystal, with AK Ivy Wrote. And that is the name of your book, right?
That is my author name. So that's my pen name that I write with.
Okay. Well, welcome, Crystal. Thank you for taking out the time on this Resurrection Sunday and to join us. And again, I want to give you some exposure with this book. Your auntie has not bought your book. I'm going to buy your book. I just gotta take the time to do it.
I understand.
It's on Amazon. So y'all, this is my niece Crystal. She is one of my older brother's daughter. And again, she just wrote a book. And I wanted to bring her on here as Women's History Month and women that are doing some amazing things to share her story, at least on how she got here to writing this book. And so again, I haven't bought the book yet. She's been sharing on social media how the book is doing well, and she's already working on another project, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so, Crystal, sweet niece, I want you to tell us, how did you get here with this book? And my nieces are like, okay, y'all in my 60s. My nieces are like in their 20s and 30s and 40s now. And even, younger, because our line just going to keep going. People just keep having babies in our line. So it's never going to stop. But so sweet niece, it's all yours.
Well, I've been writing since 2013. And in 2013, while I was deployed, I wrote like 4 books and I never published them. And all of my friends were like, you should publish it. You should publish it. And so this book, it's called Tanzanite Love. I started writing it last July, I believe. And I finished it within 2 months of starting it. And I was like, you know what? Since I finally finished one where it's on a computer and I don't have to worry about retyping it, I'll go ahead and publish it. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? Because I was in Texas when I wrote it. Excuse me. So I had it on the computer. I was like, you know what? Let me see what it looks like if I put it on Amazon. Mm-hmm. So I tested it out on Amazon to see what it was going to look like. And I was like, okay, we could do this. And at first I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. It's too scary. Everybody's going to see my work and then it's going to be like, oh, you write? But then I was like, you know what? I've written 7 books total. I want to say this is book number 7.
Wow.
And so I've written 7 books total. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and publish it. All of my friends kept encouraging me to publish it. All of my military friends kept encouraging me. So I was like, let me go ahead and just do it.
Wow. And so you said you've written 7 books, girl. Mm-hmm. Why your auntie don't know this?
I don't know. Because I never shared my stuff. So when I first started writing, I just did it as a pastime for me and the other people I was deployed with. And they loved it. And then I stopped for a little while, and I got into a couple Facebook groups for writing, and they were like, "Oh, we love your writing." And so then I stopped again, and then I don't know, I just picked it up and was like, you know what, let me write something.
Wow. And so I'm very, very proud of you. I think I shared with you, I have a memoir that I've written. I just need to publish it.
Mhm.
And so I just gotta do that part. But I'm inspired. I'm inspired by you. And that's, that's what Women's History is about, like this month, and sharing her story. Because I know we are going to be inspiring somebody
Mhm.
um with your book. So your book, again, y'all, I keep saying this, your auntie hasn't gotten your book yet, but I am. So just tell us just a little bit about your book.
Um, so it starts off um as a it starts off as a lady who is running from an abusive relationship. She meets another guy, and uh, it's like a long lost relationship. So the backup, it says romance is second chances. And
Wow.
so she meets up with the guy, um, and then 6 years later, she finds him again.
Wow. And so
Mm.
it's all about their relationship and their journey together.
Um, it's the relationship and journey separate at first, and then
Okay.
they're together. Oh,
Okay.
what
Hey,
happened?
hey, nephew. Is that my
Auntie,
nephew?
Sylvia says hi. He says hey.
Hi. And so, I definitely got to get the book. I love to read. That's something that when I was younger, I didn't like to do, but that was a lie because I love to read. And I didn't know exactly what your book was about because I haven't purchased it yet. And you definitely have been sharing it on social media, but I didn't know from the title what it was about.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you use a word that I say life is all about relationships. It really is. Whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's your son and your daughter, your children, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews,
Mm-hmm.
your mama, your daddy, your sister, brother. Life is really all about relationships. And I know we as women, and I started this, what did I started this apart some of my memoir is about we just want to be loved as women. We just want to be loved. We
Mm-hmm.
want to be loved the way God created us to love. And so whenever there's anything about relationships, almost all of us can relate to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what life is all about. Relationships with other people. Now
Auntie,
you
can you
said,
give me 2 seconds?
okay,
I'll be right back.
all right. So she had to step out for 2 seconds, y'all. I know there's some noise in the background, and her brother is in the background there. But her book is about a relationship between a guy and a girl, from what she shared with me. Again, this auntie has not purchased the book, but today we have my niece Crystal, and she has written a book. And her author name is AK. She wrote Crystal AK Ivy. I forget, Ivy wrote something like that. But she's Crystal Sherry Jones, which is my niece, my brother's daughter. And she's here to share about her book. And she had to step off for a little while, but she'll be back in a minute. But this is a Sylvia show. This is a pop up. It's not our regular show on Fridays, but I just felt like in my heart to just come on and give some exposure to her with a new book. She does have it on Amazon, and sound like it's doing pretty well. People from all over is buying her book. Again, I still got to get my copy, and I also need to publish my memoir that I've written. So I'm encouraged and inspired by my niece who has written her book, and she's also working on another book. So when she gets back on, we won't be on here long. I just want to bring her on in celebration of Women's History Month and highlight her as a woman in the book that she's written, just to give some more exposure to this book. I mean, she knows, I know people that she doesn't know. You can find the book on Amazon, and I want to get the title of the book so I can type it in to a tickler. So Crystal, that's not what I want to show. What is, give me the name of your book again.
It's called Tanzanite Love.
So you need to spell that word for me.
Tanzanite, love.
So what did that word Tanzanite?
It's a
What does that,
gem.
huh?
It's a gem. It's a very rare gem.
Okay, so it's a very rare gem.
Mm-hmm.
And so in relation to your book and to what happens in your book, that's a very rare gem. How did you come up with that title in relation to the story?
In the story, the gentleman says, I want to say he says it to one of his friends, that she is a Tanzanite gem amongst the sea of sapphires.
Wow.
And Tanzanite, like sapphires, are extremely popular. They can be found in multiple places around the world, but Tanzanite can only be found in one place. And so it makes it the most rarest, like one of the rarest gems to find. And so
I like that.
when I did a poll of, my computer shut off. When I did a poll of book names with like the friends that I let read it before I published it, that one was the one that stuck out the most.
Wow. I love it. The part that it's a rare gem. And I'm going to say all of us are a rare gem. You know, that if you find, one of us, the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I say he finds the best thing. He finds a great thing. But I love that. I love what that means. It's a rare gem. And so, again, we as women, we're all a rare gem. We are all unique in our own way and how God made us and created us as women. Remember, y'all, we're celebrating Women's History Month. We're celebrating Crystal, who is also my niece, and we're celebrating her writing her first book, publishing her first book. Where you say she says she's written 7, but this is her first publication. And so you said you're already working on another book. So can you just give us a little bit about that book, as far as the book itself? Can you give us just a little bit of information
Of the
about
second
it?
book?
Huh?
You saying of the second book?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second book is going to be called Dawn After the Storm. And it's kind of a sequel, but it's the younger brother's story of how he found love. So,
Wow.
and it's more of a mafia romance story, or that's the route that I'm going with it.
A mafia romance story. Girl, what you know about the mafia?
Nothing. I'm doing a lot of research. So that was another thing about the Tanzanite Love book. So it's based out of Philly.
Okay.
And all of the different locations that I've talked about in the book, all of the restaurants, all of just about every, like even in the book, I'm talking about a charity event. Even the charity event is a real place, a real event. The restaurants in the book are real. The first place that Giovanni and Kayomi meet at is a real place. So I've done a lot of research as I'm like talking about all these stories, or I'm putting all the stories together. So
okay, but the characters they're fictional people. They're not.
Oh, the characters are all made up.
They're all made up. So the characters are all made up. Okay, I love it. I'm blown away that we have a published author in our family. I just love our family. I love just how God has his hand on our family. I'm not saying he don't have his hand on other people's family. I just love how he has his hand on our family and just the things that we step out and do. We do definitely have an entrepreneurship purpose on our family and on our line. But I am just so encouraged by your publishing, or you publishing a book. And people, are you still doing photography?
I do it more for family and friends now.
Okay, okay.
So,
She's been doing photography for years.
mhm.
But like she said, she does it more for family friends. She and I did a wedding together. She was the photographer. I was the officiant
Mhm.
of the wedding, and it was great to see her. She came to New York and did the wedding. That was what, was it 2 years ago now?
Two- 2001 or 2021?
No, it's when Devin, actually, when your cousin passed away. So yeah, he passed away, and we already had the wedding. I had
Mhm.
already agreed to officiate the wedding.
Mhm.
And then he passed away. And yeah, the bride was like, I was just gonna let you whatever you wanted to do, Sylvia. And I just felt like we should still go
Yeah,
ahead and officiate her wedding. And it was a beautiful wedding.
it was
Um
gorgeous.
so, yeah, so that was in 2021 when you did visit and did the photography for a wedding. And so I just wanted to bring you on. Is there anything else? I mean, I wasn't going to keep us on here long. It's Easter Sunday. We just left my in-laws and we had a great meal. But I know people are kind of like been eating all church and eating and
Mhm.
all that. So didn't want to keep anybody on. I mean, keep you on too long. But is there anything else that you want to share? I mean, again, I want to come on, bring you on, highlight your book. If people aren't watching it now, they're going to watch it on the afterplay.
Yeah.
But as a woman, as you did step out and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and publish this book because you say you had it written already, right?
Yes.
For a number of years,
Oh, no, no, no.
right?
This one, I just wrote this one in
2 months.
July of last year.
Okay, okay. So July of last year, and then you published it this
In
year.
February.
Yeah. But for other women that even like you're encouraging me, I am going to publish my memoir. This is the last day of the first quarter, and I've been trying to live my life by like getting things done per quarter. And
Mhm.
so so I gotta you just showed me up. I gotta go ahead and get this memoir published. But Crystal, for any other woman that's out there that has a book or books in her, because somebody told me once that God said you have books in you, right?
Mhm.
And so you went ahead. It took me years. I just went ahead and wrote it all out. Then I did my format, and now I gotta publish it. But for other women out there that want to write and publish their book, what would you say to them? How would you encourage them? What kind of information, what kind of advice or inspiration would you give them, including your auntie?
Honestly, the best one that I have, which is the one of the mottos that I live by, is step out of your comfort zone. Because you never know who else you're going to bless with your story, or you never know who's going to bless you with your story. Um, so step out of your comfort zone and just do it. Because that's my biggest fear was my family reading my stories and coming back and be like, "You wrote that? Why you write stuff like that?" And it was like, you know what? I'm going to put my stuff out there. I'm going to put myself out there, and I like it. I
And
know
that
other people are going to like it. If my family doesn't like it, that's fine. But I like it.
I
So
love
step
it.
out of your comfort zone and just do it.
You somebody the last on Friday, she said the same thing. Step out of your comfort zone. So
Hmm.
that is the message, you guys, you ladies. Step out of your comfort zone and just do it.
Yes,
And,
ma'am.
and then she was concerned about what family members were going to think. But you know what? If you like it, and even
Hmm.
with my memoir, I'm like, I don't know about sharing this, but you know what? It is what it is,
Hmm.
right? And if you are okay with it, then that's what counts, even if
Yes.
somebody else is not okay with it.
Because somewhere
And
someone's going to love it.
exactly. And she said also, and I think I shared it with the last lady on, there's someone that Crystal needs to reach with
Hmm.
what's in her, right? And these
Hmm.
books that are in her, those books are for somebody that you need to reach.
Hmm.
Right. And so if you keep sitting on publishing these books or writing more books, you're not doing you're not doing your purpose, right?
Yes.
You've been put here for a reason and a purpose. And part of your purpose is to reach others with the writing and the publishing of your books.
Yes.
Right. And so when we make it about us, this is it. If you keep making it about you, you never step out of your comfort zone. You never
Hmm.
publish this book. You never write it and publish it. So when we stop making it about us, because you said it, You know, there's somebody that needs what you have to give.
Yes.
You have to contribute through these books or any other part of your life.
Yes.
And so that is the encouraging word for anybody. So, sweetheart, beautiful, sweet niece, because that's what I call all my nieces. And one of them found out I called everybody that. I thought it was just her. But beautiful, sweet niece, I am so encouraged. When I get off of here, I don't know how much a book costs on Amazon. Tell people about your book, where they can find it, all that stuff.
This one is on Amazon only. It's called Tanzanite Love, and the paperback is $18.13, and then the hardcover is $28.99, I believe.
Okay.
And then if you like to read electronic books, it's also on ebooks as well.
All right. Kindle? It's on Kindle?
Yes, it's on Kindle.
Okay.
It's on
All
Kindle
right.
Unlimited too. So
Okay. So Amazon.com is where you can find her book, Tanzanite Love. Tanzanite means it's a rare gem. And it's kind of I'll say it's a relationship story. I don't know. Do you call it a love story or relationship?
yes, it's a love story.
Okay, it's a love story. And so you can find it on Amazon, you can find it on paperback, you can find it on hard copy, and you can find it on electronic, Audible, Kindle format also. So go and purchase her book. Her author's name is Ivy Wrote.
Yes.
Ivy Wrote is the author's name. I don't have it going across the screen, but I just want to encourage you to continue to be you and continue to be who God purposed and created you to be.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
doing great work. Don't stop. Keep doing it. Keep stepping out of your comfort zone and keep going to every level that God has for you, right? Because when you leave here, you don't want nothing. I think we don't want nothing left in us, right? We
Very
want to
true.
leave it all here, right?
Very
And so
true.
I'm encouraged. I'm inspired. I love you. Pray for your auntie because I need to step out and get this done. But thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetie, for coming on
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the show. And you can go back to doing what you're doing. Tell you high-headed brother. I said hi. Now he ain't high-headed, but he's just a hard road, as my dad used to say, for boys.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining the Sylvia Show, coming on and sharing your book and your heart. And I'm encouraged.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Love you too.
You have a good Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. And everybody, I just want to thank you for joining us today. And I am very, very inspired and encouraged by my niece, Crystal. She's Crystal Sherry on Facebook. I put Jones in there because that's what we are. We're Jones. And go and find her book on Amazon. It's called Tanzanite Love. Ivy Wrote is her author's name. And buy her book on Amazon. You have 3 different formats you can buy it in. So thank you for joining us again. Until next time, I want you to live well, take care of yourself, and God bless. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Sunday.